Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I will be showing an opening trap that has happened. It's a very legit opening trap. It's not like a cheap trick. Uh, I am sure that grandmasters have fallen for it in the course of history, and I have gotten very good positions against, FIDEs of 2100. I've actually beaten a FIDE of 2200 with this trap, but really above that, they usually know the theory quite well. So let's start off. So d4, and we get into our Moscow variation. So now h6 and bishop h4 are included. So on the move e4, we don't get Botvinnik system with b5, but we play g5, and bishop g3 and b5. So now this is maybe the craziest opening out there. The lines are berserk. There are so many variations, and all variations of Black's king is almost mated, but he's not mated. Most Semi-Slav players are afraid of this variation. Definitely Anand plays it, and a bunch of other guys. But if they play it, I'm sure that they know what they're doing. And I guess the theory shows that if Black knows everything, and I mean everything, he'll probably equalize. But it is very difficult to play, and it's much easier to play as white, of course. So Black really needs to know his stuff. And I would highly recommend you to learn this opening. It's a great opening. I think Semi-Slav is an excellent way of playing against d4. But the lines are insanely difficult, and especially on this bishop g5 move, which is the most challenging move. So bishop e2. Now there are many variations in this position. White can play h4. I think he could probably go e5. Knight e5 probably is also a move, but bishop e2, I think this is the most popular move. And on the move bishop to b7, maybe h4 is the most popular move. I don't know. I have played against the move castles and then knight e5 before, and then the lines are still insanely complicated. But again, that's for you to analyze. For me to explain that will take me probably 10 hours, and I'm not the leading expert on that. I mean, I would surely like to learn more from, top players with supercomputers. I mean, they really know their stuff. I guess I just kind of know the lines, right? Anyway, h4 and g4. Knight e5 and h5. Another possibility is probably knight bd7, I think, but h5 is also a move. And here, White has, again, many moves. I mean, there are many ways how White can play these positions. Castles is the trap. I'll start off with that. After the move castles kingside, knight d7. And this is where White needs to know the theory. Now, intuitively, and White is going to look at the move f3 if you're just looking at this position. It's White's plan. He's going to activate his rook. He's going to put pressure on the g4 pawn, and he can open up some very dangerous attacking possibilities. The move that's played is queen c2, so you could see that that there's a catch with this move f3. Queen c2 is the main line, and again, it's absolutely insane. But let's look at the move f3. Now, this would be quite dangerous for Black. If not, this move knight takes e5. Probably not the move that you would like to make because of the pin, which will be very annoying. However, I would recommend you to pause the video and come up with the best move for Black. Right. The best move for Black is the move knight d7. Looks crazy because you're hanging the rook, but on the move knight d7, bishop takes h8, there's this move g3, and then the idea is to simply play queen takes h4 and queen h2 checkmate. That is why white can try to defend with the move rook to e1, queen h4. Sorry. Without calculating, it's pretty obvious that black is winning here. So bishop c4, queen h2, king f1, queen h1, king e2, queen takes g2, king e3, and queen f2 check. So we force the move king to d3, and then we capture. King takes c4 is the only move, and now bishop to a6. And now the rook on a8 is going to assist with the attack. And on the move king a4, just simply queen takes b2, and here, I mean, there's no defense. As well, I'm coughing. Sorry. So, it's pretty intuitive. And this rook sacrifice can work pretty well. That is why white, I think this was played in some Grandmaster games. You know, white has to admit his mistake and make the move bishop to g3. And black is probably better there. Actually, yeah, probably black's better. It's a very good opening trap, and the thing is that we exchange off white's very dangerous knight and we gain some time. Then, you know, then the bishop will come to g7. There are many other versions of this exchange, of this rook sacrifice also. Another line is on the move f3. Black plays knight to d7. And let's say white first takes on g4. Black takes back. Now, knight takes g4 is a move, but then the problem is that black will get a lot of play on the g file. So that is why castles is maybe the most dangerous move. I don't know about the most dangerous move. Yeah, probably it is the most dangerous move. Knight takes, bishop takes, and knight to d7. Still a sacrifice. Now, the sacrifice, unfortunately, does not work as well because when he captures, like on the move g3, for example, I don't know, maybe rook f4 is possible. But that's why black can play queen takes h4 with the threat of g3. And now if g3 comes, that will be dangerous. Bishop takes g4, of course, is the best move, and then queen takes h8. And this has been played in some top-level chess. I think this came from a game that, or maybe I've seen Dreyev play this, and maybe he played this twice, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not so sure. But e5 probably is the most, one of the more dangerous moves. I mean, probably white definitely has other moves, but e5, and you probably should know that knight takes e5 is what should be played here. Castle's queen side is also possible, but I think knight takes e5 is quite simple, and takes bishop c5 check. We at least get back the exchange. Now we're down a whole piece, but look at the amount of pawns we have. How many pawns? One sec. So let me just finish up the line for completion. Queen e2, queen d4, king g3, and castle's queen side. Now, let's see how many pawns we have. We have 6 pawns for the 3 pawns. We're down a piece, so we got 3 pawns for the piece. Enough compensation for equality. Yeah. So yeah, that is the very nice trap in this Moscow variation. It's a trap that is, that works in some variations, and it stops some of white's most dangerous, more dangerous plans to attack. Now, of course, I still cannot understress how crazy this opening is, because there are so many variations. There are lines where you know, white sacrifices on the f7 and black almost gets mated, but he doesn't get mated, but he does, and then he doesn't. Then there are lines where where black needs to get some sort of activity, where he plays the move c5, and then white ignores that and tries to attack the black king. Then black takes up the whole white center, but then black's getting mated, and then he sacrifices a piece and he survives. There are a lot of variations like that, and I would be afraid of playing these lines if I didn't, check them right before a tournament or something. And that is why Anand plays them, because it's so theoretical and he knows everything. And if he plays in I can imagine how strong their computers are. If their computers give it as okay for black, then I'm sure it's a playable opening, but very dangerous. So yeah, I mean, it's a very nice trap. People have fallen for this. I mean, most of the time people have realized it, and they played like the 2200 that I beat. He played the move bishop to g3, and then I beat him eventually. But I remember some guy took on h8, but then I won. I would like to say a brilliancy, but it's kind of a well-known trap. So at least for people that are study this opening. So again, if you have anything else that you want me to show, please leave it in the comments. I won't be making some videos for quite some time now, a few days probably, because I myself will be playing some chess. It's always good to play tournaments, right? I don't know when I'll make it, but as soon as possible, I'll post something. All right, thanks.